Moving on to the 18th topic, it is again on geometric sequence and series, but now we are dealing with infinite geometric series. Now, what is infinite geometric series? So, say for example, I have r value of phi, and the first term, this is r, and I have the first term 1. The terms would be 1, phi, 25, 125, and you can start finding the other terms. It'll be 625 and so on. It goes on, right, till infinity. Can you find the sum? Can I find the entire sum of this? No, it's not possible, right? But let me change this. Okay, that was bad. Let me remove only these, and the r, let me make it to 0 0.5 instead of 5. Now the first term is 1, next will be 0 0.5, next will be 0 0.25, 0 0.125, 0 0.625, and it goes 0 0.0625, I guess. Yeah, and it goes on. So what is happening? It is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. It becomes nearly zero. Now imagine there's a cake. Imagine there's a cake. So you can cut it into half, right? And we can cut this again into half, and this again into half, again one more half. How many times can you cut into halves? You can go infinite. And if you start adding the weights, what is the total? Now imagine first was 1 kg, half kg, quarter, 125 grams, then 67.5 grams, and it keeps on reducing, right? So, but still, you can add all those sums and you should get a total of 1 kg itself. So, what you understand over here is if the R value, certain R values, you can find the sum. That is, if the R value is less than 1, it must be less than 1, or less than, it can't be equal to 1 because then it would be the same number. It should be less than 1. But what if I have negative 2? It's less than 1, but still it doesn't work, right? Because it'll be huge, huge, huge numbers. That also doesn't make sense because if I have 1, next one would be minus 2, next would be plus 4, minus 8. Doesn't make sense. So this also, it's not possible to find sum. So R value must be, the magnitude of R value must be less than 1. That means it can be negative 0.5, negative positive 0.5, fine. But it can't be more than this one number. In the sense, you can't have negative 1.1. No, this is not going to work. You won't have a sum. So only when R value is in this constraint, you can find the sum. And the geometric series, infinite geometric series formula is given by S equals A1 divided by 1 minus R. That's it. Now we will see a problem. Look at this. These are the terms given. First step is find the R value. How do you find R? Term 2 divided by the term 1. Divide this term. You can use your calculator directly and find it. So you just have to do 6 divided by 15. And again, you can divide this by 2/3. And the answer is 3 by 5. 3 by 5 means 0.6. So this is less than 1. Okay, this does obey this rule, and therefore now we can find the formula using, we can find the sum using the formula, that is S equals the first term divided by 1 minus the common ratio. Now all you're doing is substituting and get the answer. The answer over here is over here it is 5/3. You can directly find the answer. Just put everything in the formula. It's 2 by 3 divided by 1 minus 3 divided by the fraction symbol 5. The answer will be directly 5/3. So if you sum the sequence, you'll get 5/3. Now let's look into one more similar problem. Here, 6, 9, 13.5. Just looking at this, you can tell there is no answer for this, right? Why? Because the R value is greater than, it's 1.5, it's greater than 1. If you want, you can try this. This, whatever you do will be in, it's minus 1.5, and over here it is 6. This 12, let's see, is it correct? The A1, now this is the same formula, A1 divided by 1 minus R. So R value was how much? 1.5. A1 is 6. Is this correct? No, it's wrong. This doesn't make sense. Why? Because the R value was more than 1. This is divergent series. The other times, whenever the R value is less than, when it follows this rule, it will converge to one single point. Therefore, we can find the series. Whereas this is just diverging either down or up or two different values where we cannot solve. So there is no sum. Similarly, try all these problems by yourselves and then check for the answers. Please pause and do it by yourself. I'll show you the answers now. The sum doesn't exist for these two, and then the answers. The last one also no sum, and these are the answers. Please solve them by the method which I just now told you, and then verify your answers.